Be your own lawyer in your personal training business, and it's going to save you so much hassle, so much time, and more importantly, so much money. Here's how. So really quick video today, but what I want to focus on today is making sure that everything in your business is written down. There's a paper trail or a digital trail between you and your clients, every single interaction that you have with them. Now, it might seem a little bit crazy, but you never know when you're going to need to refer back to what was agreed between you and your client. Now, there's so many instances where I can talk about this, but I'm going to talk about one just now because it really, really highlights this point for me. And it's something that when I first set the business up, I never did. I never, ever did. And this time, now I'm a bit further on in my personal training business, 20 years in, I do it every single time and it saved me, especially on this occasion. So really quickly, a very high profile celebrity came and asked to train with me. Brilliant, fantastic. You know my opinion on training celebrities. I don't really care. As long as the person pays my invoice at the end of each month, I don't care who I train. But yeah, it's very flattering. So I went to go and see them. And we had a little bit of a talk about what was going on, what we were going to do. And I only had one slot in the week for them. And it wasn't really what they wanted, but that's all I had. So take it or leave it. But it was agreed that it was going to be that time on a Wednesday morning. 9 o'clock, Wednesday morning, fantastic stuff. Good job. I'll be here next Wednesday, 9 a.m. Now what I did when I left is I put that in an email. Lovely to meet you, so-and-so. Great meeting today. Just to let you know, I'll be with you 9 a.m. next Wednesday morning for our first session. And I've booked you in on subsequent Wednesdays going forwards at the same time slot. Fantastic. Send it off. Go. Job done. That Wednesday came round and I turned up for the first time to train this person and I was 10 minutes early. I always like to get there 10 minutes early. So I make sure I'm always ready to train on the dot of when I'm going to be training with the client. So push the buzzer in front of the big electric gates, and I heard out the speaker, "What time do you call this?" And I was like, what? And I'm 10 minutes early, but most people don't mind if I'm early. Anyway, the gates opened. I drove in to the house. Gates closed behind me, and standing at the front door of the house was this person. And he said, "Rob, what time do you call this?" I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm 10 minutes early." He said, 10 minutes early? You're an hour late. And just walked back into the house, leaving the door open. I was really shocked. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Do I go in? Do I stay? Do I leave? What do I do? So I parked the car up, walked into a house I'd never ever been in, and thought, oh, I can hear the TV, so I'll walk in that way. And the client was in his kitchen watching TV, just ignoring me. I said, oh, is everything all right? I'm sorry I'm a bit early. He said, no, you're an hour late. I said, oh, no, we agreed 9 a.m. No, we didn't. We agreed 8 a.m. and that's it. Now I've got to go to London. You've wasted my time. And do you know what? I think let's just not train at all. I said, okay, no problem at all. But we agreed not. No, we didn't. That's when getting that thing in writing was so important. Within a minute, I had the email up. I was able to show my client, bang. We agreed 9 a.m. Back in your box, essentially. Of course I didn't say that, but that's what I wanted to say. The backpedaling was amazing. All of a sudden, oh, I'm so sorry, Robert. I just thought it was 8 a.m. because that's the time I wanted to train. I said, yeah, no, that's the time you did want to train, but I already had a client booked in. I said I could get you for 9. That was agreed. I emailed that to you, and you agreed it on the way back. Super, super simple having that in writing. Yes, it's a long-winded story about how important it is to get those things in writing. But as I say, it is vital. Now, if anything is agreed, whether it be a first meeting, whether it be the 100th session with a client, get it in writing, especially if you change a time or it's a new time. Do it via email. Do it via WhatsApp. Do it where there is a link, basically a paper trail or digital trail that you can always refer back to, especially when it comes to dates and times. It will massively help you in your personal training business going forwards. So never agree something just through word of mouth and chatting to someone. Get it down and make sure there's a record, because I guarantee you it will save you so much angst and anger in the future. That's just one example. I could probably give you another 1,000 examples of where it's helped. So let me know if you do everything via email, everything via WhatsApp where you can see it, or if you're more of a, face-to-face conversation and I'll remember it up here. Please like and subscribe to these videos so I can help as many new young personal trainers out there to build their 6-figure personal training business. But until then, I'll see you on the next video.